Yes guys, welcome to my first pre-match video where we go out to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta where at 8 o'clock this evening we face Los Angeles FC. Now before we get into it, I just want to thank you everyone so much for your support. For all the people that have started to subscribe, means a lot to me. So if you could, just spare 2 seconds just to like that button, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever. I want to see what your guys' predictions are in the comment section, whether you think we're going to just clean sell this 4, 5, 6-0, or you think we're going to lose, or whatever, or 2-0, 1-0, whatever. Right, let's get into it. Now, I've obviously have to go ahead and do a lot of research for this video, because obviously it's out of our territory, isn't it, playing against American clubs. Now, I'm not going to turn around and start slating the Americans and just say like their league is completely awful. This team hosts 2 very good ex-Premier League players. For instance, the goalkeeper, Tottenham's legend, Hugo Lloris. Now, as far as I'm aware, looking at their scores and everything in their last 10 to 15 matches, they concede a lot of goals, so I'm not going to say he's been particularly amazing, but we all know Hugo Lloris. He's good. He's pretty bloody decent, isn't he? Now, there is, however, a certain player who is playing for Los Angeles FC, and that man is striker legend, Chelsea legend, who helped us get to the Champions League final of the 2021 Champions League. He was an unused sub, and that man is French striker legend Olivier Giroud. Giroud has played 10 games. Sorry, in the last 10 games, he hasn't played all 10. However, he tends to come off the bench a lot, but he has got 3 goals and 3 assists in 10 games. So that's 6 goal involvements, which isn't too bad. He is slow. I have taken my time to watch 3 games of their highlights just to get a gist of who we really need to look out for, who we don't need to look out for. But I will get into that, so don't you worry about that. There is one player I think is probably their go-to man, their Cole Palmer, for instance. But before we get into that, let me just give you a rundown of Los Angeles FC. They've gone 10 games unbeaten. All right. Now, a lot of you are going to go, oh, well, that's a pretty good statistic. Bear with me. They've won 5. They've drawn 5. And many of those games are as a 2-2, 3-2, 3-3. So as much as they can score goals, they do like to concede goals. They've scored 24 goals. They've conceded 14, and that's in 10 games. So they're conceding over a goal a game. You know, basically a goal a game. A goal 0.01, let's say. They're 5th in their Western Conference, behind Portland Timbers, Minnesota, San Diego FC, and Vancouver Whitecaps. I don't know any of them. And I mean that with the utmost respect. I just don't follow the American leagues. Now, the player that I thought stood out the most, and I'll make sure to try and put a little edit so you see what he looks like, is their forward. No, I'm not hoping I don't butcher this name. Buanga. Watching the highlights, he seems to be very creative by himself. He loves a 1v1. And he can take on players. And I had to keep telling myself that, okay, the American team they were playing against, their defence is not very good. And the same for Los Angeles FC. Their defence it's a bit shoddy. It's not great. In 10 games, he has 9 goals and 6 assists. That's 15 goal involvements in 10 games. You know, those are statistics that you will give him credit for. I'm pretty sure he's 29, 30 years old, so he is getting on. They do like to play fast, and they love their 1-2 football. They love to just go straight down the middle and just straight to and just a 1v1 situation. Now, being Chelsea, we are very possession holding, so I don't see how this is a draw or a loss. Looking at the quality, I think this is just a scraped win. If we don't win 4-5-0, I think I'll actually be annoyed. Not annoyed, but we'll have to review it, see what happened. Maybe this team is just better than what I expected. But as we get into this video, what do you think of the new Chelsea top? It is bloody lovely. I'll tell you what, look, I even got the extra badges put on because I'm an idiot. But I tell you what, I actually really like it. It's proper comfy, and I like the badge. Do you know what? They've actually done really well for this one. And I won't lie to you, I've got the away kit on the way as well. So I think away games, I'll wear that in the videos. Home games, I will wear this one. You know, why not? give it a little go. So yeah, what I'm going to go into now is the preferred lineup that I want. Just like Joey Knight and Josh Vest, say this is not their predicted lineup. This is their preferred, and this is my preferred. This is what I want to see tonight for our starting lineup. Okay, and let's run through why. But here is the lineup. As you can see, I've gone from Mike Penders in goal. You know, the fresh 19-year-old. I think it'd be a good game for him to get into. I'm sure there'll be small moments where he will be needed, but it should be very, very minimal. I've gotten for the left-back legend, Cucurella, Colwill, Mamadou Sarr and Reece James. The reason I'm not going silly and I'm starting Colwill and Cucurella and Reece James because I think you need that stability. You still need that core presence in defence. So to have Mamadou Sarr in there, at least he has Colwill next to him to run him, and keep him level. In midfield, Andre Santos, Caicedo and Cole Palmer. Santos, it was tough. I really wanted to put a Sugu in, but I thought, not playing like a Caicedo or an Enzo and then having both, let's say, Santos and a Sugu playing at the same time. I think as much as they might do well, there's going to be levels of confusion, and they've only been with the club training for, let's say, a week, so it's going to be tough when it comes to transitioning and, what are they going to be? A number 8, they run, box-to-box midfielders. It'll be interesting to see what comes out. I've seen some predicted lineups where you've got like the likes of Lavia and the Sugu, or Lavia and Andre Santos with Palmer in front. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens. I'm really looking forward to see these guys and see how they perform, because I think we're going to see Sarr, Santos. I think Sugu's going to come on. I think we're definitely going to see everyone today. And then, going forward, Neto, Delap and Madueke. Now, I don't know if any of you lot have seen the clips of Delap in training, but the guy looks bloody good. But again, training, I'm not trying to get carried away. I'm not trying to get you guys' hopes up, but it looks good. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. So yeah, that is my preferred lineup for today's first game against Los Angeles FC. And I am really excited. I just hate not having football on to watch. I know you guys don't too. The kits are bloody lovely. I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah. I think if we're talking predictions of goals scored, do I think we'll concede? I'd like to bloody well think no, but I'm trying to get into the mentality where we've just come from, winning the Conference League to getting in the Champions League. Is the guys' mentality going to be up for this tournament, especially in the group stages, knowing they're playing, technically weaker sides? Recall games in the season where we dropped points because we were playing the likes of Ipswich and we took it for granted. We thought we were going to have an easy game, and you could just see the mentality of the boys. It just wasn't there. They thought it was just going to be a walk in the park. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens with this. But to be honest, I think with the likes of Bayern Munich winning 10-0, PSG rolling over Atletico Madrid, I think Chelsea have to really paint a picture with this first game. I think we need to show that, we should be feared. So again, I'm excited. 8 o'clock kickoff. It's going to be good. I'm interested. It's interesting to see how this is going to go. Also, the transfer window opens again today. So I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to obviously do my post-match review of this game, where I'm going to go over and rate the players. I'm also going to probably release a little video with transfers. That's if anything gets spoken about. But for now, that was just a nice quick pre-match talk. I'm not going to bore you with stuff. Again, this is against a team in the league that we're not familiar with. But yeah, my preferred lineup: Penders, Cucurella, Colwill, Sarr, Reece James, Santos, Caicedo, Palmer, Neto, Delap and Madueke. So it'll be interesting to see what he goes with, Maresca, and then we'll review it after the game. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the comments with your predictions of the scores, and I will catch you tomorrow with the post-match interview. Come on, you Blues. Peace.